This week in GTA with the latest weekly online event, we're going to be focusing on the exciting lineup of discounts here that are going to be catering to both military enthusiasts as well as car aficionados alike, alongside the awesome private military bunker discount as a property discount we're going to be checking out. We'll also be checking out the compelling selection of kind of like a mix of military themed and weaponized vehicle discounts, and we'll also be checking out some top tier cars as well, all of which are available at reduced prices. So overall this week, I think there's an incredible opportunity for all players of all experience levels to add some top picks to their garages, and we're going to be diving into the specifics of these discounted vehicles, examining everything from their top speed, handling, acceleration, braking, and overall performance attributes, and we'll also be reviewing their offensive and defensive capabilities as well, and hopefully this in-depth vehicle analysis will help guide you in determining which discounted vehicles from this week's new GTA 5 online update are must-haves for your collection. So with that said, let's jump into things. If you enjoyed this video at any point, or if you just find it helpful, let me know by dropping a like on it, and if you want to stay up to date with everything GTA Online and Rockstar Games, then please consider hitting that subscribe button with your bell notifications turned on. Starting off, we have 30% off all bunker properties, upgrades, and modifications. Now, this week's GTA Online discount on the bunker business presents an unmissable opportunity, I think, for players to significantly boost their earnings with this business, because we do have double money. So, with a full bunker now, it's going to yield a sale value of $2.1 million, and you can increase that even further in a public lobby with the high demand bonus. And then also, the process of this business requires only 5 resupplies, so that means you'll be making up to $420,000 payout per resupply cycle. However, maximizing profits with this business is going to necessitate specific upgrades here and renovations. So while the aesthetic modifications don't really impact your production, I do recommend you invest in equipment and staff upgrades, because those are going to accelerate your weapons manufacturing as well as your research efficiency if you're not buying the upgrades. The living quarters upgrade is also particularly advantageous for those of you who are on next gen and want to spawn directly inside the bunker, because the loading times are extremely fast. And then the selling strategies with this business kind of differ based on whether you're operating solo or with a team, but selecting the sell to Los Santos option is going to consistently offer that 50% cash boost over a local sale. Additionally here, engaging in those ammunition contracts, which were introduced in the Criminal Enterprises DLC, are also a part of this business, and they're double money this week, and they're going to net you an extra $1,200,000 as long as you sell one of these per hour, while your bunker takes the 12 hours to fill up. So honestly, I think here, if you invest in these upgrades with the bunker and you also have a smart selling strategy that works for your playstyle, I think acquiring a bunker this week isn't just a wise decision. It's kind of like a gold mine if you're looking to amass wealth fast and easy in GTA Online. But now let's move on to our various vehicle discounts. Starting off, 40% off the classy weaponized Tampa. This vehicle stands out as a superior option in my opinion among the weaponized vehicles in the game, because it offers a slight edge in speed and improved handling on rough terrain thanks to that all-wheel drive layout you get, but it is going to experience a little bit of oversteer at moderate to high speed, so just keep that in mind. And while the armor upgrades offer some protection here, the occupants of the vehicle are still going to remain vulnerable to gunfire and explosives. But overall, this vehicle's arsenal is incredibly awesome because it's accessible entirely by the driver, so you get that fixed minigun, you get dual miniguns with extensive coverage, missile launchers without lock-on capability, short-range rear mortars, as well as proximity mines, making it a force to be reckoned with in the free roam, despite not really being that armored. And from what I can tell, it's inspired by the Roadkill from Twisted Metal, which is also based off of the Interstate 76 game from 1997, so this vehicle pays homage to a various lineage of weaponized muscle cars. Next up, we have 30% off the Fister Comet S2. Now this is a car that's going to distinguish itself in the sports class with really good acceleration, a high top speed of 123 miles an hour, and efficient braking, allowing it to stop honestly insanely quick in my opinion. Its traction minimizes wheel spin on hard launches, and its cornering prowess is exceptional, making it a strong competitor even against supercars thanks to its stability through corners. Despite its strengths though, the Comet S2 is prone to that pendulum effect you get because it has a rear engine and it's also a rear wheel drive layout car, so you're going to need to carefully maneuver in those S-curves to maintain traction, and you're also going to need to carefully manage the throttle and your braking so as not to spin out. And honestly, that feature kind of gets me from time to time still, even after driving this car a ton, but overall it's a really good car. It takes its design inspiration from the 992 Porsche 911, so I think it's going to appeal to any player interested in a modern Porsche in this game. Next up, we have 30% off the Grotti Cheetah Classic. Honestly, an amazing sports classics category vehicle. It stands toe-to-toe with that Turismo Classic, making it a top choice for race cases where personal preference between the two is probably going to be the deciding factor. It may be a rear-wheel drive, but it still offers superior traction compared to rivals like the Infernus Classic, if you're familiar with it, so you're going to get that reduced chance of spinouts during cornering, even for less experienced drivers in the game who just like to bomb turns and not really brake all that much. But when you do brake and slow down, it slows down ultra fast, and it's going to allow you ample time to respond to unexpected situations when you're driving in the city, for example. And then beyond casual cruising with this car, the Cheetah Classic also shines on professional racetracks as well. Overall, the design is a nod to the iconic Ferrari Testarossa, also with some elements borrowed from the Ferrari 328, and like I said, very similar to the Turismo Classic in terms of performance, but on expanded and enhanced GTA 5, the Turismo Classic will probably be the victor just because it is HSW capable. For number 5, we have 40% off the Dune FAV. Now, the Dune FAV is honestly a much better version of the Dune buggy when you're looking at top speed and acceleration, as you maintain excellent off-road capability and general handling, and it even includes the ability to lean during mid-air jumps, which is a plus. However, the minimal armor of this vehicle makes it extremely susceptible to damage from collisions, firearm damage, explosive damage, and the cabin's lack of armor leaves the occupants exposed to gunfire here. But what is nice about this vehicle is the offensive capability of it. It is armed with a dashboard mounted turret, and it also offers other weaponry options such as a machine gun with performance similar to the Insurgent Pickups MG turret. You get a 40mm grenade launcher for engaging armored targets, a 7.62 minigun that also has an ultra fast rate of fire, but the trade-off being a little bit lower of a DPS, unfortunately. And then you also get the addition of proximity mines, which enhance its defensive capabilities as well. But I definitely advise some caution when using these because I damage myself all the time with them, so just be careful with that if you're using it in combat. And overall, this vehicle seems primarily based on the Desert Patrol vehicle, and the Dune FAV, in my opinion, is a versatile off-road vehicle. You're going to get that combination of speed, agility, and firepower, and it's worth picking up this week. For number 6, we have 30% off the Bravado Greenwood, which is going to draw inspiration from that 1977 and 1978 Dodge Monaco and Plymouth Fury. The performance is notably enhanced from previous iterations in GTA, and you also get a really good speed, acceleration set, and the unique ability to perform wheelies with this car, so that's going to improve some takeoff speeds from a dig if you want. And it's also notable for its robust handling and durability in collisions. And the Greenwood also introduces the option for limited Amani Tech options like the remote control unit, so you can remote drive with this car, but unfortunately it isn't compatible with the missile lock-on jammer, which I think is a major downside in my opinion. Additionally here, it also lacks bulletproof or even bullet resistant windows. Thankfully though, it can be equipped with armor plating for increased explosive resistance, as well as slick proximity mines if you want to disrupt pursuers following you. But overall, I think the value you get with this vehicle isn't going to be necessarily for the Amani Tech, but it's just a nice classic aesthetic car that's merged with modern tech upgrades, so it's up to you if you think this is a nice addition to one of your garages. It's not really one of the better Amani Tech cars, but it is one regardless, so maybe it's worth it. After that, we have 40% off the Pagasi Terrero. Now, this car offers performance and handling characteristics akin to other classic sports cars, maybe even matching the model like the Cheetah Classic, which we discussed earlier. You get agile handling and quick acceleration, but you do get a lower than average top speed of 117 miles an hour. But surprisingly though, you still gotta drive carefully because you can fishtail during sharp high-speed turns, even though you're not going that fast. And then the durability is also somewhat lacking because this car takes a ton of bodywork damage and it's gonna start to smoke pretty soon, which is kind of funny. This car draws heavy inspiration from the iconic Lamborghini Countach, which is great, and it's also a removed vehicle, so if you want to pick one up this week, you can't get it off of an in-game website. You're gonna have to go to Premium Deluxe Motorsport this week to buy it. For number 8, we have 40% off the vomfur anti-aircraft trailer. Honestly, this is a cool, but it's a niche addition to your character's arsenal in the game if you want it. You can perform some very potent weapon pairings with vehicles like the APC or the half-track, for example, but it's not really amphibious, so you can't drive it through the water, and it's also very vulnerable to all types of explosive damage, so it does have some big drawbacks if you use it. But the trailer's armament is pretty cool. You get 360-degree coverage as well as 40-degree elevation coverage. You get a quad machine gun turret for high rates of fire and range, a missile battery turret with extensive lock-on range but slow tracking, as well as a dual 20mm flak cannon, which is the second most damaging weapon in the game, and it's effective against both air and ground targets alike. However, the utility with this is going to be limited by its complete lack of armor, making it critically exposed to explosive damage, like I said, and it's going to also necessitate some careful positioning and protection strategies. So unless you have like some friends to help you out and you're just like role-playing a massive war sim or something like that, it may be a little bit too niche for most players, but overall it is really cool. When it comes to what I recommend you buy, definitely buy the bunker, the weaponized Tampa, the Comet S2, and the Cheetah Classic. I would recommend considering buying the Dune FAV and the AA trailer if you're that type of player, and I would also just recommend you avoid the Bravado Greenwood and the Pagasi Terrero because there's better options for those types of cars if you're looking for them. That's all for today's discounts review though. Make sure to check back tomorrow for a full in-depth money making guide on the bunker and other GTA 5 online money bonuses this week, and tune back in Saturday where we will also be going in depth on all of the other removed and rare vehicles that have also been added back into the game at various in-game vendors for a limited time this week. Hopefully you all enjoyed the video here today, and if you did, hopefully I earned your like on it. And of course, if you are new to my channel and you want to stay up to date with all the best GTA 5 online, Red Dead Online, and Rockstar Games content, then please consider hitting that subscribe button so you don't miss out on a single thing we post here on the channel. Also, make sure to follow me over on Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram. Those are the best places to get connected with me outside of YouTube, and you're more than welcome to ask me questions on those platforms. You can follow me at Hazardous HDTV, and all of my social media links can be found in the description down below. Again, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you all have a fantastic day, and I will see you guys in the next GTA Online video. Adios, amigos.